Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ace Attorney. We just finished part of our investigation, and right now, our dear old friend Gumshoe is being placed under suspicion. Sir, what is to become of the trial into the Cadopian embassy staff member's murder? Indeed, since both the suspect and the prosecutor are now dead, the case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial ends here prematurely. Looks like you'll have to wait just a bit longer for your big debut. I suppose it can't be helped. The evidence for this trial will be transferred to you in a little while. Sir, what do you think about the murder of the Cadopian embassy staff member? And the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell? What an outrageous circus it has all become. That Faraday brought it all upon himself with his naivete. An outrageous circus. Right, sir. I grow weary of this topic, Edgeworth. I'll have you assigned to a different case. Papa, you'll come and watch my court debut next, won't you? I'll consider it. Sir, if I may, please allow me to continue with my investigation. Whatever for? I know that there's already a suspect in the murder of the Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. However, there's not enough evidence to prove that it was he who committed the crime. I'd like to continue investigating in order to find the perfect proof of his guilt. The perfect proof? Don't make me laugh. A worthless person like you has no right to claim such a thing as perfection. Damn, okay. Papa? Who do you think is the real culprit behind these murders? Miles and we're competing to see who can find the real killer first. Plus, being able to investigate a real crime scene is a really rare opportunity. It would give us some real-life experience, wouldn't you agree? Hate to say, but thanks for the save, Francisca. If you want to investigate this case that much, then do as you wish. Then, you're allowing us to continue? In court, your top priority is to win. A solid investigation is one of the keys to winning. We have to make sure you become recognized as a first-rate prosecutor, don't we? It wouldn't be very interesting otherwise. I'm returning home now. Edgeworth, Francisca, see to it I'm not disturbed, save for the results of your complete competition. Yes, sir. Of course, Papa. Yes. Francisca, thank you. What are you thanking me for? Your logic earlier was built on that scruffy detective's lie. That means that the competition is still on. Yes, just as you wished. Couldn't let you get off so easily. Now then, let's see how well you fare on the investigation from here, Miles Edgeworth. I know I don't have enough information yet, so my first order of business will be to question anyone involved with this case. Man, my English. Wait, hold on. Sir, nothing to report, sir. Is there no one who will make this man take responsibility for his actions on the job? Looks like we have no choice but to report this to Papa. Then, this guard can have fun in a waking nightmare after being awakened from his dream. Actually, let's not. I kind of feel sorry for him now. Did the guy drink too much? I can't stop the water, sir. It seems that the man who was here earlier broke up by drinking from it too much. Yeah, of course he did. A bunch of fools pretended to not see the foolish actions of a foolish fool. Well then, why don't you lend the officer a hand? As if I should have anything to do with this. Besides, that water-drinking fool's mouth is the thing that officer should be covering. Let's give that officer a description of the water guzzler later. She seems to have quite the grudge. Sounds to me like someone wanted a drink. Alright, you first. Miss you? Oh, Miss you, Edgeworth. And who are you? Wait, you were at the crime scene just now, weren't you? You should be disbarred for not knowing who I am. I am Francisco von Carmet. I'm about to become the successor to the family name. About to? I guess that means that for now you're still just another kid. In which case, it's only natural that I didn't know who you are. Flabbergasted her. Why are you whipping me? Anyway, it looks like they're planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's waiting. I'm terribly sorry, but I have a few more questions to ask of you. Look at you, eyebrows scrunched with lines in your forehead. That to ask of you. I'm beginning to think she might be mentally deranged. What is so funny about that? Sorry, I'm just bad at dealing with a super serious atmosphere. Apparently they failed to teach you proper behavior at a crime scene in law school. Whew, I feel much better now. So, what is it you want to talk about? I'd like to inquire as to where you were at the time of the murder. We were in the defendant lobby number 1 the whole time, up until we heard the gunshot. And by we, I mean Mr. Bad. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask me yourself. You were with Detective Bad. Why? We had a little something to discuss, that's all. Oh, we got a lot. So I take it that you are acquaintances with Detective Bad? Yeah, he was the detective in charge of the KG-8 incident. Detective Bad is also related to that incident? That's right. He was the one who was supposed to protect my sister, Cece. We know how that turned out, don't you, Edgeworth? How's Edgeworth? I have no idea what you two are talking about. I've heard of the KG incident from my papa. But how does that case relate to you, Miss Yu? The victim of that case, CCU, was my little sister. You're making that super serious face again. I'm fine, really. I just make it a point to rub some more salt in his wounded pride every time I see him. The way she talks about doing that as she laughs away is kind of creepy. Oh, speaking of Mr. Bad, he and Mr. Faraday, I'd say they met up just about every single time the Yatagarasu made a move. It was practically a given that the two would meet up at every one of the crime scenes. I see. He did mention that he is in charge of the Yatagarasu investigation earlier. Maybe you should ask her what she knows about the Yatagarasu in more detail. You claimed that at the time of the murder you were with Detective Bad. Don't you lawyers usually discuss the trial with your clients during a recess? We do, and that's what I was planning to do. But Mr. Faraday was being rather threatening and he dragged Mr. Rell away. After that, Mr. Bad came into lobby number 1, so we just stayed there and talked. And what did you talk with Detective Bad about? Nothing interesting. I just insulted him some. Talked about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more. Bloody... When she's not laughing, her mouth seemingly spews nothing but insults. Anyway, Mr. Bad and I were in defendant lobby number 1 when the murders occurred. So I really can't tell you anything about the hallway or lobby number 2. I see. Alright, what about Mack, Rell? I'd like to ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Mack Rell. Now, your client first claimed to be the Yatagarasu, is that correct? Yeah? Once I heard that it was the Yatagarasu that had made off with the evidence from KG-8, I began to ask Mr. Rell all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out, Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasu. He had just made that up. He made it up. Mr. Rell's crime was caught on tape by the security cameras. There's no footage of him sneaking into the Kodobian embassy itself. Hold on for just a second. Then you mean to say that you knew that he was not the real Yatagarasu, and that he was just another cold-blooded killer, and you were ready to defend him? Yes, that's right. I see. So a defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job is to cover for criminals. That's why defense lawyers are so detestable, but they are no match for Von Karmas. I'm with you on this one. That's fucking hilarious. I don't believe it. You're serious. Why didn't you save that face for something really worth being serious about? And Edgeworth, do you remember what I said earlier? I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG-8 incident, alright? And for that you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer? Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. O was to be his lawyer. I had no intention for covering for him, ever. So don't you dare suggest what I was going to. I'm sorry. Forgive my rashness. Alright, Yatagarasu time. Miss Yu, I was wondering if you could tell me about the Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu, huh? I don't really know much about that character myself, but I do get a lot of consultation requests from companies to defend them. Requests from companies? The Yatagarasu isn't some petty thief out for money, you know. Alright then, perhaps the Yatagarasu is in the business of stealing people's lives? You're not very funny or witty, are you, little Miss Von Carva? Francisca, be careful about who you whip. Oh, Edgeworth, why'd you speak? Just Cleaver, you may be or we may be super. Oh. There, I chose carefully, just like you wanted. Oh, she's really laughing out loud. That just now was hilarious, little Missy. Of course it was. Uh-oh. What is wrong with these two women? Why does my pain give them such delight? And, so in the end, what is the Yatagarasu? I have to say I had never even heard of this thief when I was in Germany. The Yatagarasu deals in information, namely in digging out dirt about backroom dealings and the like of companies. The Yatagarasu is a vigilante who steals such info and then makes it public for all to see. Vigilante or not, this person sounds like just another criminal to me. I suppose you could put it that way too. But either way, I get a lot more clients now thanks to that thief. Sounds like Miss Yu is profiting nicely. I suppose I've gotten all I can out of Miss Yu. I should move on and speak with Detective Gumshoe now. Yeah, hey bud. Oh yeah, he's calmed down. Detective Gumshoe. Hey, it's you, pal. You're here. Ouch. As am I. I don't think you needed to whip him to let him know that. I didn't do it, pal. I swear on my honor as a detective, I really didn't. Your words are useless. I place my trust only in the evidence, detective. Once the investigation is fully over, and should we find out that you are the killer, there will be no mercy to be had for you. Have a heart, pal. But you're not worried, right? After all, you have nothing to worry about, if you really are innocent, that is. That's right! Hey, pal, go and do your perfect investigation and get the real killer for me, will you? I would have done so even had you not requested me to, detective. Alright. So, you and Mr. Faraday had a small meeting last week, did you? And what exactly did you do to make him so angry? I just asked Detective Bad the same thing myself, pal. Turns out he was mad at me because on my very first day as a detective, I reported in at my usual post instead of the Criminal Affairs Department. By the time I got down to Criminal Affairs, I was really, really late. And that's when he gave me that huge speech. I remember doing the same exact thing in elementary school. On the first day of school every year, I'd always wind up going to my old classroom. How pathetic for the detective to be comparable to a mere schoolchild. During the recess, you claimed to be standing guard in front of the door to lobby number 2 during the recess. However, when did you receive the order to do so, and from whom? Earlier? At around 3:20, and from Detective Bad, pal. Today's trial took a really crazy turn, so I was told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday. And yeah, something did happen to him, correct? It looks like it was a total waste of manpower to assign you to guard duty. Ow. Words sting worse than your whip, pal. So it's Detective Bad who ordered him to stand guard, huh? Next step. Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Nope. Not a thing, pal. In that case, allow us to take a look at what you are carrying on your personage. Ah! Wait! You can't do that! There's nothing of any particular value here. Oh, my handcuffs and badge were confiscated by Detective Bad, so, you know. What is that open envelope I see sticking out of your coat pocket? Ah, hands out, pal. Just sew it to us already. Ow! Yow! Annual bonus check within $5 total, except there's no check inside. You've had your look. Now give it back, pal. It's my first bonus as a brand new detective. I just got it and cashed it today. I had literally no cash on me up until I did, you know. So that envelope is really special to me. Now give it back. You don't need rubbish like this. Don't worry, we'll throw it away for you later. How could you? Interesting. Hi. I'm sorry, but I need to take him in. I need to take him in for questioning now. I think I've asked him just about everything I needed to. No, wait. Since you became a suspect, there's one piece of evidence I should reconfirm. Officer, I ask that you wait a second. I still have one thing I'd like to reconfirm with Detective Gumshoe. Understood, but please make it brief, sir. Alright. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. I must confirm whether or not his testimony about when the crime occurred is the truth. It's a bookshelf. What's this? Judge's Trial Exchange Log? It appears to be a journal where the various judges share their thoughts and ideas. The real daily lives of the judges are laid out here on these pages. There's nothing about the court in here. It's just page after page of unrelated drivel. Judging by the content, they are very enthusiastic about the courthouse's daily menu, and it would appear that fried oysters are a favorite. I have no use for such foolishly foolish words from that foolishly foolish crowd. Someone please assure me that this is not the true state of this country's judiciary. You told me earlier that you had heard no sound other than the gunshot out in the hallway. Is that correct? No mistake about it, pal. Then you are also claiming that no one passed through the hallway either? Is that also correct? Yep. Not even a single ant passed through that hall while I was on duty. You do realize that the law you're telling is only making life more difficult for yourself. Huh? Oh. But it's true. I didn't see anyone go through the hallway, and I didn't hear anything else, pal. I bet the killer found a way to kill the two guys that's beyond what I can even imagine. So he intends to continue telling this ridiculous lie. But why would he do so, given the situation he's in? I believe a thorough investigation of the hallway in front of the defendant lobbies is in order. Hi, Kay. Hey, you! Ow! Deal! How could you have not noticed that coming? Wasn't that the child I changed money for earlier? Thanks! That's exactly what I needed! Kids, can sometimes be so cruel. It looks like she dropped something. A Swiss roll, dropped by a mysterious young girl, says courthouse special on it. Maybe we should arrest the girl. She might turn out to be a valuable lead. Hold on a minute. That child looks like she's 6, maybe 8. I don't think we need to arrest her. I believe some sort of punishment may need to be dealt the next time we meet. I believe I've asked all the need to of this man. Now, for Detective Bad and the judge. We have to confirm who is correct, the judge or that scruff face, right? I suppose we should inspect the hallway in front of lobby number 2 next, then. I suppose so. Shall we head on over, Francisca? I'm gonna be real, I've got my hallways mixed up. But I'm gonna take this chance, I'm gonna investigate the courtroom. Any day now I'll be taking my rightful place behind this bench. By that time, I should already be standing here. It'd be downright disgraceful if I beat you to it, wouldn't it? If that were to happen, Francisca, I'll eat my cravat. Witness stand, I believe. It's the witness stand, yep. I'll make sure that each and every person that ever stands here will be found guilty. There are others besides the defendant that stand at this podium, you know. I don't care. Just make sure you never end up standing at one of these. Or you'll be sorry. I'll keep that in mind. Edgeworth seems like a nice young man. I'm sure he won't get in any trouble. It's the defense attorney's bench. I'd probably be standing on this side of the court if that incident hadn't happened. Incident? What are you thinking about? Lately, the more wrinkly your face becomes, the less I'm able to read what you're thinking. Well, I'll have you know I don't have a single wrinkle upon my youthful brow. hello. There's a... It's the viewing gallery. This is where the riffraff sit when they come to watch. Riffraff? It's situated at the same height as the judge's bench. I wonder if that's to represent the intense scrutiny of each and every case from all sides. Miles Edgeworth, are you or are you not man enough to stand up to all those eyes? What sort of... Of course I'm man enough. Oh my god, hang on. Behold. This must be the judge's desk. You can tell by the gavel sitting on top. I had a dream once that I was being squashed from above by this gavel. You're such a weakling, Miles Edgeworth. You have no idea how frightening it was. Oh, I just got an achievement. Apparently I was supposed to be here. Anyways. This is where I'm supposed to be. Out of my way, nerd. September 10th, District Court, Holloway. So, did you see anything else? No, I don't think so. I see. Well, thanks for your cooperation. Oh, it's nothing. Just doing my duty as a defender of the law. That'll be all for now. I'll ask again if I have any other questions. Anytime, Detective. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a few loose ends I have to tie up. Hello, sir. Oh, you're that new prosecutor Mr. Von Karma recommended, right? My name is Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. And I'm Manfred Von Karma's daughter, Francisca Von Karma. I'm set to become the successor to my genius father any day now, Your Honor. I see. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by... Oh, the... I bit my tongue. Are you alright, Your Honor? Please feel free to refer to me just as Miss Von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just Edgeworth is fine. Apparently somebody doesn't feel that I'm worthy of a proper title. Oh. Very well then, I shall call you Miss Von Karma and Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth is fine. Sir. Now, about your earlier testimony. Yes? What is it about it, Mr. Edgeworth? I would like to ask you a few questions about what exactly you saw. All right. After all, it's my duty to clarify my testimony as a defender of the law. I greatly appreciate your cooperation, Your Honor. Now, the first thing I will need to do is figure out that detective's exact movements. Okay. Before I talk to the judge, Can I go in here? Have you found any suspicious fingerprints, officer? Nope. Just the fingerprints of those involved with the case, sir. I guess we know all of the players in this case then, huh? It would appear that way, but I have the nagging feeling that we're missing something. And I suspect that what we're missing is hiding right here in this crime scene somewhere. What about you? Have you found anything? Did you find something, officer? I think there's a $5 bill back there. Come on, just a little more. Is there no one working this crime scene who isn't a total waste of living tissue? Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a single person we can deem useful here. But the Court of Specials. It would appear that this vending machine sells snacks and various other foods. Hi. Oh yeah, there's puzzle pieces. Just lovely. What will they think of next? Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. One packet for $9. Defendant's fresh milk. 1/2 pint for $7. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these for $6. They're awfully overpriced. Is this a courthouse or a baseball stadium? The lineup is simply awful. Period. Speaking of snacks, I wonder if that Swiss roll the little girl dropped is from this machine. I was wondering about that myself. So yeah, Swiss roll. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. The end of what? Well, I assume it means the end of the trial. I suppose this means that one should eat these during a recess? Can't eat during a trial, so I suppose the only time you can eat them is now, huh? I wouldn't mind if you wanted to eat one now. They come in packs of 2 after all. We're in the middle of an investigation. Besides, I don't have $6 on me. If you want, we can pull our money and buy a pack together. If I have to split it with you, then I don't want it. Well, that's just mean. Okay, milk. Defendant's fresh milk. What exactly is that supposed to mean? I bet it means that the milk is freshly milked by various defendants on trial right now. What? No, I think it might mean that this was milk right here from the various defendants. What? No, what? Miles Edgeworth, you can't possibly be serious. Of course not. I'm scared. Orange juice. When it's looking bad, blind your opposition with some OJ. Are they promoting violence? Don't worry, my whip will make sure that anybody following this advice won't be for long. Compared to the sting of a whip, the sting of orange juice may not be so bad. An entire ham sandwich. Don't let the prosecution and the defense make a ham sandwich out of you. Sounds like it's directed at the ham of a judge. Well, it certainly isn't directed at me. I can outmaneuver him any day. Damn. Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. I see.
Objection!
What? Miles Edgeworth, wouldn't you agree that it's a very clever pun? Do you really think that they put that much effort into the product name? Even a foolish fool could understand the foolish thinking of the fool who made it up. You're acting so foolishly that I got so thoroughly mad and I'm now utterly famished. If you wanted a pack of these, all you had to do was ask like a normal person. Surprisingly enough, the Swiss roll is the cheapest. When you're in hot water, you might need a hot dog. It looks like this slogan was decided through a public contest. The winner was Prosecutor Winston Payne? What a pathetic slogan. No presence at all. Now, if it was up to me, it would read, if you leave matters in Avant Karma's hands, everyone in court will be found guilty dogs.
Objection!
Overruled. Okay, I think that's all I can get from this, yeah. Alright, come here, hang on, Judge. Your Honor, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Where were you at the time of the murder? Do you suspect me of something? No, nothing of the sort, Your Honor. Very well, you may continue with your testimony. Your Honor, it's your testimony I'm after. Oh, I had no idea you were chasing after me or my testimony. I begin to sense that I might want to avoid being at a trial run by this judge. But he's got such an amazing beard. Let's see here. Now then, how should I put this? When you get to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom. If you go take a look through the window at the end of this hall, you see a small window. That is the window to the men's restroom. Why does the men's restroom have a window? Public restroom, so I guess that's fair. In other words, you can see clearly into this hallway from the men's restroom. There's a pink thing on the windowsill. And also ants. When I was going into the restroom, that detective, Gumshoe, is it? Well, he was standing in front of the vending machine buying something from it. However, and this I couldn't believe, when I was about to exit the restroom, there was not a soul in the hallway anymore. Your Honor, if you could please calm down and explain it to me rationally. Oh, I'm really sorry. Please, let me regain my composure. It is really suspicious. That's what my finely honed judge's intuition said. Everyone has their own unique intuition, apparently. Although, well, until the murders occurred, I just sort of brushed it off. Apparently this judge doesn't understand the concept of staying calm. That's probably all I'm going to find out from His Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, may I return to my other duties now? Yes, sorry to have held you up. Thank you for your cooperation, Your Honor. Anytime, Mr. Edgeworth, anytime. Judges in this country seem rather friendly. Yes, if not a little wishy-washy. However, I hear that they are known to hand down very fair verdicts. See, there's that professional mindset and then unprofessional mindset. I'm getting bad here. Just wait a minute. Alright. Restroom. So that window on the other side belongs to the men's restroom. I can't see it. At your height? I'm not surprised. Oh, you made a short joke. Yeah, no, that's expected. I guess short people have feelings too. Okay. Balloon? Gum, maybe? It's a pink-colored piece of trash made of rubber. Oh, it's probably a balloon then. I feel like we've seen something like this before. Well, all I see is a piece of garbage. But you know, the fact that there's a litterer running loose in this courthouse is simply unforgivable. Why? Why? It's not like it was I who littered. Rubbish belongs in our rubbish bin. Knock it off. What's the matter? I pricked myself on one of this cactus's needles. Damn, sharp cactus. I didn't think the needles on this thing would be so sharp. Well, what'd you expect? Can you imagine how bad it would be if you were to hit on the head with one of these? Anyway, this cactus seems to be unrelated to our case. Do you really think so? Because I believe that this cactus sitting on this windowsill is completely related. Oh? Well then I look forward to your explanation of how exactly it is related. Okay, hang on, there's a trail of ants. The ants are hard at work carrying their food home. It's a marvel that they can pick up such comparatively large objects to their size. Well, if you want to carry the mighty Von Karma name and not be squished under it, you'd better work extra hard, just like these ants. Same goes for you, Francisca. There's a handprint. The dirt on this bench smells like some sort of sweet substance. I can't believe there's someone going around dirtying the courthouse. For shame! Hold it. Calm down, Francisca. Now, take a good look. Doesn't this smudge look kind of like a handprint to you? I suppose it could be. Which means that perhaps we can lift the prints of the person who sullied this bench. I see. And then we'll know the identity of our mystery slob. You there, the lab technician. Could you please find out who this handprint belongs to? Sir, yes, sir. I've got the results of the fingerprint analysis, sir. And, do we know who they belong to? Sir, the fingerprints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Oh, interesting. Good work, officer. Gumshoe's fingerprints. And there you have it. Yes, I suppose so. Now we know the identity of the person who dirtied the bench. I sense that you and I will be using this information in very different ways. Is that a piece of chocolate? What are these black speckles? I believe it's a pile of ants eating away. Ooh, that detective claims that not a single ant slipped by him. Oh yeah, he did say that. And yet, here's a whole hill of them. Don't. Ow. What are you hitting me for? As a replacement for that pathetic detective. What? Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's growing tab of pay cuts. Anyway, I wonder what the ants are eating. From the look and sweet smell of it, pieces of cake and chocolate from a Swiss roll. Miles Edgeworth, the courthouse is to be kept pristine at all times, don't you dare. I fucking knew it. It wasn't me that dropped food on the ground. Courthouse must be kept clean. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Detective Bad. Detective Bad, I have something I wish to inquire about. Hey, how about doing some actual work, you? I wish to inquire into Detective Gumshoe's movements during the recess. You're getting in the way of the investigation. I have an order from Mr. Von Karma himself, plus I still hold investigative authority. So, I heard you were the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here? Faraday. Guy that was just accused, you know? I just knew something was gonna happen. My detective's instinct told me. A lot of good it did you. You can even protect one lone prosecutor with it. Francisca, I think you need to apologize. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry, Detective Bad. Detective Bad, please continue. I used the phone on the first floor, and I called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over. And that detective is the only one that showed up. And only upon his arrival did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective Bad? Yeah. I waited for him on the first floor. After he got here, We came up to these defendant lobbies together. As we entered this hallway, ran into you. She told us that Faraday was really mad, and that he dragged Rell off to lobby number 2 to have a word or something. And that Faraday had said to not let anyone interrupt them. So what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lug to stand guard outside. And my mans was happy to do it too. And around what time did all of that take place? Let's see. I think it was about 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. After giving the big lug his assignment, he never left the hallway, not once. Oh? And how can you make such a claim? One of the guards out in this floor's main lobby swore to me he didn't. If the detective never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to? That's simple. He must have gone into lobby number 2, just as I suspected. You and I, we were in lobby number 1 next door. The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe. It would seem that I'm still missing some key pieces of information. Alright, what about the gunshot then? Detective Bad, you also heard the gunshot, did you not? Yeah. I heard it when I was in defendant lobby number 1. That's why I came running towards lobby number 2 together with you. How much time elapsed between you hearing the gunshot and your arrival on the scene? Less than a minute. I mean, the doors are like right next to each other. What were your movements upon hearing the gunshot? I grabbed the big lug, who was just walking around in the hall, and raced into lobby number 2. And that's when we discovered the bodies, in that order. That makes you the discoverer of the crime scene, right? Yeah, I guess it does, little miss. I'm about to become prosecutor very soon. You will treat me with the dignity I deserve, or else. You wave that thing around anymore, and I'll have you arrested for obstruction, little miss. You wouldn't dare, damn, he fucking dodged that too. Just joking. Detective Bad is really something if you can make Francisca behave. Are we about done? Is there anything else we should ask him about? Time you heard the gunshot, place you heard the gunshot, situation around the gunshot. Time. I'd like for you to tell me the exact time you heard the gunshot. It was around the end of the recess, and the trial was about to start again, I think. He was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding. But I got the sense he wasn't going to show for the handoff. So I figured I should go get him, or he'd be late. And just as I thought that, bang, the sound of the gunshot hit my eardrums. So you heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to restart, huh? Alright. Are we done here? I don't have any time to waste. Oh, come on. All you're doing is standing in front of this door doing nothing. I get the sense that he is somewhat investigating this crime scene. Or rather that he is keeping us under surveillance. But to what end? Detective Bad, may I ask that you cooperate with us for just a bit longer? I don't have anything else to say to the two of you. You guys are the ones who said you wanted to investigate in the first place. Fine then, be obstinate. We'll just do as we please. Come on, Miles. You may no longer be willing to help us. However, may I ask for the forensic scientist's cooperation? I kind of did that already. Do as you like. I suppose just in case I need more. Anyways, puzzle piece time? Oh, Lord. Okay. So this one seems obvious. These bits of chocolate and cake, could they not have come from a Swiss roll? A Swiss roll? Why would a courthouse sell a thing like that? It may not seem like the right venue. However, it is being sold right over there. Yep. Vending machine. Oh, I see. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. 2 for $6. Talk about expensive. Even the fact that it's on the expensive side aside, the fact that the cake crumbs and chocolate bits were found in this hallway suggests that they came from a Swiss roll that was purchased from this machine. I think I have a pretty clear picture of what happened here now. Naturally, after all, I'm here, aren't I? Detective Gumshoe must have sat on this bench as he ate his Swiss roll. And as he ate, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench. Alright. Ugh, how could he have not cleaned up after himself? How utterly despicable. Don't you dare whip me again. It wasn't I who made the mess in the first place. Anyway, if it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who brought the Swiss roll, that creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts. A contradiction? Where? I think another look at this special courthouse vending machine is in order. Okay, so I have a deduction. Yep. I think I know exactly what it is. What? Okay, I'm apparently near death. About Detective Gumshoe's finances, he said that until this morning, he didn't have even a single penny on his personage. Just how poor is that guy? If his bonus really was only $5, then he should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss rolls. However, facts being as they are, we found cake crumbs on the floor. Meaning Scruffy must have bought a pack somehow. Indeed. That detective should not have been able to purchase a pack, and yet he did. The question is, how? Cactus and the pink piece of trash. Oh my god. This pink rubbery substance. I saw this in a different form earlier today. I believe this is a piece of a popped balloon. I suppose that's possible. The balloon probably got a little too close to our friend, the windowsill cactus. That would be the logical conclusion, yes. Hey, we completed it. Oh, I still have a few missing. I really fucked up earlier. I believe I now have a very firm grasp on what happened here. Well, I do too. Alright, Francisca, would you care to share what conclusions you've come to? Why should I do that? We're still in the middle of a competition, you know. We should be checking to see if your conclusions are wrong first, so you go ahead. It's almost cute that she's going this far to ensure that she wins. Almost. Very well, but first we need to pay His Honor a visit to correct his testimony. Alright, I'm going to actually leave the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.